4-year-old daughter, and 2-week-old son. Everyone, please welcome to the stage Tim Richards, Chief Philosopher at Philosopher Foods.
Ow!
Potato chips and chocolate chip cookies. Potato chips and chocolate chip cookies. What do they have in common? They were invented by accident. Hi, I'm Tim, the Chief Philosopher of Philosopher Foods. Our newest product is also an accidental invention that will transform its industry and become a staple snack food. Here's how it happened. Since 2013, I've sprouted and dehydrated almonds to make our signature stone-ground almond butters. One day, I walked into our commercial kitchen in Berkeley and noticed something was wrong. My almonds were bubbling. Devastated and about to discard over 100 pounds of almonds that were so beautiful, I smelled something vaguely fantastic, a familiar sourdough scent. In a daring act, I tasted one. They were delicious. This was my Eureka Moment. The sprouting almonds had spontaneously fermented. Delighted, I decided to dehydrate them and sell them at farmers markets. We soon sold out and customers clamored for more. Introducing Gut Nuts, the world's first and only fermented dehydrated almonds and cashews. Gut Nuts are fermented in a probiotic brine that generates savory and tangy umami flavors in nuts that were formerly sweet, think sourdough nuts. Then they're dehydrated into crunchy and addictive, shelf-stable snack nuts capable of forming powerful gut health habits. Beyond phenomenal flavor and texture, lab testing confirms that the fermented nuts have multiple functional benefits compared to raw nuts. 15 times more antioxidants that are more bioavailable, 2 times more B vitamins, fewer anti-nutrients, which means increased digestibility and decreased bloating, and more prebiotics and postbiotics, which support gut health. Gut nuts regenerate microbiomes in the gut through nutrient-dense fermented foods, and in the soil through regenerative agriculture. Our California almonds are regenerative organic certified, the highest bar standard for regenerative agriculture.
Ow!
We're also regenerating the nut category by meeting consumers at the intersection of 2 mega trends, gut health and snackification. Nuts are a $4.4 billion market that hasn't seen innovation in a long time. We're positioned to grow the category with our novel gut health snack ritual. Our 3-ounce pouches are recycled. They retail for $5.99 with a 45% gross margin. Our trailing 365-day revenue was $950,000, 15% of which came from gut nuts. We drive trial by telling our story everywhere we go, whether it's educational social media content, digital ads, email marketing, or in-store demos. At the end of May, we'll be debuting Gut Nuts nationwide in Sprouts, Amazon Prime, and Thrive Market. Then later this year in Fresh Market, Whole Foods NorCal, and Erewhon. World Market and CVS also want to carry Gut Nuts. But our plan is to successfully saturate the digital and natural channels before moving to conventional and drug. I've assembled a dynamic team, including former CPG founders with successful exits, to help Gut Nuts become the kombucha of snack nuts. Our first to market intellectual property is patent pending in the US and globally. We've raised $275,000, that's updated today, as of $125 million using novel alignment funding mechanisms. Our great accident became our greatest gift. Let's regenerate microbiomes and markets. Thank you so much for listening. Really honored to be a part of this community for over 11 years now, and I couldn't be happier to share our innovation with you today. Thanks so much for your time.
So you must have really practiced. Now let's get on to the judges for questions.
Tim, you've got a distinct difference in your product. What are you going to do to get it off the shelf when you get shelf space? How are you going to tell that story in a way to get the average consumer to understand how different you are and what makes your product so special?
I think the simple word is sourdough nuts, right? You expect sweet, mostly with almonds and cashews. It's pretty sweet, buttery nuts. So when we say sourdough nuts, it immediately sets off the flavor and texture difference, which is really the leading value proposition. Is they're delicious, they're addictive, they've got an awesome crunch. So it's an awesome snack nut first and foremost. But then for the first time, we're bringing gut health to the snack nut market. And so just the word gut nuts, right? Pretty immediately you get what it's all about. So we're really trying to get people to understand through the name, as well as through some of these call outs around gut health and the flavor profile.
Hi Tim, we've got a bunch of questions, but I'll just ask one. I want to talk about pricing. $5.99 can be perceived as expensive for a 3.5 ounce pack. What has been the reception on the price, and what are you doing to address that?
Absolutely. So these are the most nutrient-dense snack nuts on the market. You have to eat 15 raw almonds to get an equivalent antioxidant content of one gut nut. So we really are trying to educate as much as possible about all the multiple value adds to really bake into the understanding, like, yes, it's more expensive per ounce, but you need so much fewer food per ounce to get the nutritional benefits. We intentionally wanted to get as close to $5 as we could on the shelf to really drive trial. And yeah, $2 an ounce is definitely the most expensive snack nut per ounce on the market, but it's actually not dramatically more expensive than, let's say, Sprouted, which would be like the nearest analog. So I think we're actually positioned to win at retail. We will really see when we get Sprouts at the end of May, like how it goes in the innovation set for 90 days. But I think it's gonna have legs at retail. And we don't know more yet because it's been in glass jars until Expo West. So sorry, I can't be more specific yet.
You said 15% of your revenue is coming from gut nuts. How are you leveraging the success of your other items to drive consumers to this new product line?
Yes, so all that 15% is essentially from our website. Everyone's already on subscription with the nut butters. They're super bought in, they love them, they're lifers. And then they just want to try whatever else we bring out. So that was what led to the DTC success of our products. And then also being about 350 doors with the nut butters, it's been really easy to bring in a new SKU to the retailers because they already know and like us. So that's how I've been getting it out there in the market.
You're talking about some really important things, ROC certification, gut health, soil health. How do you think about prioritizing your message?
Gut health is the number one, gut nuts.
You'll have to know the answer later.